Due to LIV Golf's continued failure to receive official recognition from the official World Golf Ranking, Dustin Johnson has dropped to his lowest level in 16 years. As LIV Golf continues to wait for world ranking points, Dustin Johnson has dropped out of the top 200 players in the official World Golf Ranking, OWGR, for the first time in 16 years. LIV's lack of OWGR recognition is still a chink in its armor, despite attracting some of the biggest names in the sport, including Johnson. Many of its big names have fallen in the rankings as a result of choosing to switch to LIV. One of the biggest affected is former world number 1 Johnson, who ahead of LIV's opening event of the season at Mayakoba this week has slipped to number 202 in the rankings, his lowest position for some time. There is no doubt the American's drift in the rankings has not reflected his play out on the LIV setup, having prevailed as one of the league's top players in its two-season history. Campaign 1 saw Johnson become the league's first ever champion, winning the individual title at a canter ahead of Brandon Grace. Alongside Patrick Reed, Pat Perez, and Tyler Gooch, he went on to win the 2022 LIV Team Championship in Miami, making it a double. A year later, he was unable to defend his titles, but following another strong season, he finished the 2023 season 5th in the individual standings. Sadly for Johnson, however, his efforts have all come without the awarding of world ranking points, which has seen him drift down the list. The LIV setup did apply for OWGR accreditation last October, but were once again rejected by the ranking system. OWGR cited LIV's 54-hole, no-cut events as well as the league's relegation and promotion policy for the reasoning behind the rejection. Unsurprisingly, those in charge of the circuit were left unimpressed, with LIV bosses claiming OWGR had robbed the sports fans, players, and stakeholders of a legitimate ranking system. The following was stated in a statement at the time: a ranking that does not fairly represent all players, no matter where they play golf in the world, deprives players, fans, and all other stakeholders in golf of the objective foundation necessary to accurately recognize the world's best player performances. Additionally, it deprives some traditional tournaments of their best fields. There is currently no accurate, worldwide system of scoring or ranking for professional golf. The lack of clarity or trust benefits neither players nor fans as long as the best player performances go unrecognized. Johnson expressed a similar opinion, calling the current OWGR skewed due to LIV members' lack of acknowledgement. October of last year saw the former Masters winner declare, "I feel like you can't really use the world ranking system anymore. That's how I see it. It's difficult to apply the world ranking system if 48 talented players are being left out. The order is not fair. I'm not as affected by it as some of the other guys are. Points for the other guys, please."